Hey everybody, Tim here at Rat Daddy Studios with a finished build. This is a 1/16 scale 69 Dodge Charger, which was the Dukes of Hazzard car, which is now just another customized Dodge Charger. So this will be pulling a matching 1/16 scale drag boat, which I actually started sanding on today, so that's in the works. This is painted with House of Colors candy lime gold urethane. The purple is called Pavo Purple, which is actually a flat base coat that I applied those stripes in the band after the gold was laid down, and then I cleared the whole thing. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Allergy problems. And then the whole thing is cleared. Has some really fine microflake in it, which is probably not showing up under this particular lighting, but I'll get some outside pictures at some point. So it's a really fine microflake. You might be able to see a little bit of it in there, but anyway, I'm pretty happy with the finish on this. This was the Dukes of Hazzard car. The interior is done also in the Pavo Purple, which I left flat. It's just highlighted. The seats are in that, and the door panels, front of the dash, and then body color on the top of the dash. So this is pretty much straight out of the box, other than the tires and rims, which are 3D printed, the Kragers, from Custom 3D Scale Creations. Jody there did a great job on these. They're shorter, they're wide, but they're shorter than the kit tires, so I was able to get the stance of this thing down. The fronts are pretty much like skinnies for drag racing, nice and narrow. And there's not a whole lot to the interior of this. Of course, this was based on the Richard Petty Charger chassis that the 72 Charger, same chassis the 72 Charger sits on. So it's pretty much just a race car interior, but kind of pro street, you know, if you look at it that way. It does have just a minor roll cage, it's not full roll cage. There's some things missing out of it. And they just pretty much made the very basic door panels to go in there, and very basic dashboard that's dropped down in there in the roll cage. So not a whole lot to this thing. I'm going to turn this off because it's noisy for one thing. And get the hood out of there, and you can see the motor. Did the engine block and the body color, and then just it's got all the wiring and plumbing that came with the kit, which is nice. Of course, it's getting old, it's getting stiff, so some of it was really hard to work with. The thicker tube is real hard to work with. And just did a little air cleaner in the Pavo Purple to match. This paint gets very staticized. So it picks up lint. Chassis is done in Tamiya dark gunmetal. It does have the steering front end in it. And then I used some gloss aluminum on some of the parts. The transmission was left in the base coat silver, just to give it a little highlight. But it all fits pretty good. Took some took a little work at the very end of it all to make sure this body was sitting down there at the proper height to get this hood flat on the car. I had to, and it's still right now, it's weird, it's sticking up. There we go. Yeah, I had to just kind of actually hold it at the height that I wanted. I had to wedge something into the roll bar to kind of support the body up above the chassis, then go inside from the engine compartment and do the adhesive on around the firewall and stuff to get this to sit down on the body. So I got pretty happy with the fit. It does want to sit a little high on this side, but not bad for what it is. And just then I went back and glued inside the chassis on the rear end once that got set up. One of my taillight lenses shattered when I was putting them in. It just disintegrated, so I ended up taking the other one out, and I used just transparent red inside the tail light bezels to do the tail lights. So it turned out okay, I think. I mean, it probably doesn't look as good as the red inserts, but it's not bad. It's got, you know, because the silver's behind it, you can see it's still getting some reflectivity there. So So anyway, so that's that. Glad to get this one done. And looks like I've got some glue string. That glue that I've been using is like a silicone glue, so I get some strings on it. So the strings are easy to wipe off, but I just noticed I got a string on the fender there I got to get off. So anyway, so that's that. So as I said, I started sanding on the boat and trailer today for that, which is 3D printed. This one's going to have a blown 572 big block motor in it. The other one I did had the tunnel ram in it, so I'm excited to get that going. And it will match this car in some similar color scheme, and plus probably a little bit more color. We'll show you this as well. This is my Roth Monster in the hydroplane. Another one. I had done Rat Fink in there, and now I'm doing this guy. He is the race figure, and the boat hull itself right now, this is just base coat Orion silver urethane. This guy was all shot with Createx Wicked colors, and I think some auto air, some of my fluorescents. So I do the whole thing. It's all flat. And you airbrush it on there, then I spray it with flat clear, then go back and do any more highlighting, and then do all the handwork, you know, just painting in the fingernails, the eyes, the teeth. Do that, spray it again. Then I did, you know, like the flame job on the helmet. I just basically drew that out by hand and just painted around it with the black, just kind of outlined what I had drawn by hand, and then went back and did the pinstriping, and then went back with the black again. And then I went back and clear coated that with gloss clear, and then I do the gloss clear inside the mouth and the teeth, and on the eyeballs, just to give it that kind of, you know, wet look, which you can see there. And then I use some jewel eyes in this guy. I think they look cool. I usually use blue or red, but figure I'd mix it up this time. I think I'm going to do some shades of green on this boat, so I gave him matching green eyes. And you can see where I've modified this to fit him, and he just snugs right down in there. And this is going to have this huge, this is actually a 1/25th scale hull. I'm not sure what scale he is. I don't know. He's maybe, I don't know, 1/6 something, or not, well, not 1/6, no, he would be probably maybe 10th also, or 11th, 12th, somewhere on it. He's just an odd scale. Anyway, I got a blown 572 3D printed motor going in here with a huge, you know, triple shotgun blower scoop that goes on there, so it's gonna be pretty wild looking. But I'll get to work airbrushing this soon, because it's ready to have all that done. So that's where that one's at too. So excited to get that going. The 1/20th scale AMX, that's getting close. That's for the Pro Street group build. They're over at NYS. So that ought to be, that's getting close. I've got to do some work on the instrument panel and start getting all those sub-assemblies put together. So that one's getting pretty close too. I haven't worked on my little 53 Ford pickup. That's kind of fallen to the side right now, but these other projects were ahead of it anyway. That was just kind of a sideline thing. And of course, I really was enjoying working on this 16 scale Charger, so I really wanted to get it done and start moving on towards the boat, because they were in my plans to get done this year. So this is kind of a critical time for me, because number one, we have a hurricane season get really rocking and rolling here in the next couple weeks. August, September are very active months here, so you know, that's always a possibility. Hopefully that doesn't happen. If it does happen, then we've usually got several weeks of cleanup and mess and try to recover and hope the hell a second one doesn't roll in on us. So that's kind of, we've got that, everybody's got that on their minds right now. So you know, we've been through it before. I am definitely prepared this year. I've got 2 generators. I just had my generators redone, and they're ready to go in case I need them, God forbid, but they're there, and we're in pretty good position with our house as far as shutters and stuff too. So it's just something you learn to live with, and we may not have anything. Just like last year, they were predicting a huge season and nothing happened, which we're hoping for this year. So keep your fingers crossed for us. So, but anyway, as far as models, that's what's going on, and excited to be moving along with these projects. And I'm probably going to kind of kick back into this one because some of you that were probably watching, I jumped the gun on the under 1,000 builds. I didn't even look at the start date, which was August 1st. And I had started prepping all my parts, you know, and just kind of getting everything together, cleaned up all the parts and stuff. And somebody said, well, didn't that start, you're already building? Can I start building? And I didn't realize it. So sorry about that. So that's back in the box until August. And I'll get back into that again. That's another boat. That's the Hydro V. So that's what and that's a simple build, but I'm going to try to do some good paint on that one too. So I'll run it to the wire probably. And so anyway, that was my fault on that one. But anyway, I get back to this hydro here, and which I planned to, this was in the works already anyway, and the other drag boat, which I'm excited to start building that again. And I love painting it as much as anything. That's just a fun build, but great to paint. I really just had a blast masking off and painting up that last one. So I'm just really going to try to come up with another really cool paint job for this next one. So that's what's going on for now. That's my update, and I will keep you posted. Hope you enjoy looking at this, but please leave a comment, thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate it. And I have definitely we're pushing up towards 900 subscribers. Really would like to get to that 1,000 mark, but no big deal. I'm just glad all you guys are here, and it's just it's really great getting to interact with so many good people. I've made so many new friends, and exchanged some shop cards. Still have a few of those. They're down less than a dozen now, so if you want one, hit me up soon because they're going quick. But I'm gonna have some more made. Once these are all gone, I'm gonna start designing up another one, so we'll do it all over again. And then anybody that's got one of the old ones, if you want a new one, hit me up. We'll do some new ones, but that's coming up probably later in the fall. I'll design up some new ones and get to work on that. So anyway, thanks again for coming by. I appreciate it, and I'll see you again probably with another update maybe this weekend. We'll see how far things go. I'm not sure what I'm going to have time for, and we're supposed to have a bunch of rain this weekend, which finally we really need it. Of course, everybody needs it. My God, I'm watching the fires in California again. Some asshole arsonist, you know, pushing a burning car down a hill and starting another huge fire in California. So many people have lost their homes already and evacuated. I hate seeing this stuff happen. We had the fire thing here 20 years ago. It's really scary. And but out there, it was nothing compared to what they're going through out there. And these poor people just out of their homes and losing their homes and everything they own, and just really awful. So keep those people in your thoughts and prayers. And anyway, so I'll see you again probably this weekend. I'll have another little one, maybe a short one anyway. So thanks for tuning in. See you again real soon.